Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Money Making Monday. I always get excited with this particular segment right here on Prime Money because you and I get to hear, the various ways, the various routes that you and I can be on to make some cool money. And one of the things that I have learned in relation to Money Making Monday is that having just one stream of income, in current Ghana, it doesn't really do anything. And so it's very, very important that you get hooked to other sources just so that you can make some more money to meet your needs. My name is Esiedua Akome, and I'm super, super excited to be seated this morning with the man, the brain behind Konnected Minds podcast. He's been doing amazingly well. I watch him a lot. And I must say that he's doing very, very well with the way he's impacting people. He's impacting positivity into the minds of young ones, most especially. Ladies and gentlemen, joining me this morning is Derrick Abaitey. Good morning, Derrick.
Morning. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. Thanks.
How does it feel, moving from the UK, you're in Ghana, and then you're doing all of this, and within a certain period of time, it's like, you're blowing.
Yeah, I think it's been amazing.
Right.
It's been an amazing journey, but there's always an aspect of me that believed that this was going to happen.
Oh.
Yeah.
You've always been that optimistic person.
Yeah, since a very young age. I mean, I started my first entrepreneurship venture at age 16.
Age 16?
16, yes.
What did you do?
So I moved to the UK age 15.
Okay.
And then I met a mentor, Nesasari, at church. And he used to teach me a lot about computers. So he taught me computer software and computer hardware. At the time, there were a lot of viruses on computers. So what I did was, once I learned that skill of how to clear viruses with McAfee antivirus, and how to really fix a computer, like hardware.
Yeah.
I created flyers on Microsoft Word, and then I put it into different flats in our neighborhood. And that's how I got my first clients for the business. Right, so I've always been very looking for opportunity type of guy, looking for ways to make more money, to make
Would you say that having this type of mindset have anything to do with your upbringing or the environments where you grew up in any way?
Definitely. I think Ghana played 99%. That's why I'm back. 99% of the reason why.
How exactly?
Because I grew up in the village I was born, Akim Swabe, a suburb of Akimodan. Okay. At the time when I was born, there was no electricity, and I used to learn with lantern. I say this a few times on the podcast. Up until about 8 years old, I used to walk to school. Right? The school that I attended first was basically my uncle's idea of starting a school. It wasn't really a school. We were studying under a tree, And when we moved to Akim Wenchi, I used to walk from Swabe to Wenchi to go to school. And then my father came into the picture from Netherlands to say that, he wanted to take me to Hector, Akimoda. So that's when I went from the village to Akimoda, a better town. From there, at age 15, then I moved to London. But what this mindset, did to me today, and every other things I've done.
Wait, Derrick, hold that thought. You moved to London at age 15.
Yes.
But you just told us a story of you having that positive or that go-getter kind of mindset at age 16 where you met a mentor and, getting you into the whole computer thing. So within a matter of a year.
1 year, yes.
After you moved to the UK.
Yes.
That was when it really started.
Yes. Well, when I moved from the village to Akimoda at age 8, I was looking for an opportunity to start a football team in the village. Do you know why?
Why?
Because they never allowed me to play, so I wanted to own the players. Let me explain this to you. So I've come to realize that what actually makes people successful is not exactly because they came from poverty. It's actually because of what the poverty did to them or what other people around them did to them. So how they felt about their circumstances.
Okay.
So, like, I was bullied because, I'm not a tall guy, so I was bullied a lot. So I'd always find opportunities to make friends with taller people to defend me. I was never allowed to play football because I didn't know how to play football. I didn't own a football.
Right.
Never allowed to ride a bicycle properly because I didn't own one. So all of these things is like, it's almost as if I will show you mentality, right? So it pushes you to become better so that when they see you later, they'll be like, oh, life has changed. I don't actually think it is poverty that creates success. It is the impact of your surroundings. And that's the reason why you can have people who have the same parents, the same surroundings, the same everything, but only one person becomes successful. It's the same, it's because...
Exactly, you ask yourself, how does that work?
Yeah, it's because how they've internalized the problems that they went through the surroundings.
How easy was it for you to identify all these weaknesses or loopholes? I mean, you've highlighted a few that you had to turn them into strengths to make them work for you.
When you have internalized trauma so much, internalized pain so much, it only becomes a catalyst for success.
Ooh, okay.
If you just live by the words, oh, I'm from a poor family, I'm from a poor background, and you think that is enough to become successful or people to create way for you to then become financially free, it never happens.
Wow.
So, again, I went to the UK and I met people who were born in the UK.
Yeah.
They had British passports before I got mine.
Yeah.
But I've become more successful than they have.
Okay.
Why? I've got friends, classmates. It is not what we experience around that creates success. It is how we internalize that. That's what creates success.
And how can we internalize it?
It's really to sit down and then look through your path. You'd realize that there were things that happened to you that really caused you pain. It's almost as if, it's like when you're advertising this to people, you're not selling the product, you're selling the solution that it will give the people. That's what makes people buy.
Yeah.
Right? You're going to buy this beautiful hair because of how it's going to make you look.
Yeah.
Not because of just the hair.
Right.
So it's the same thing with your problems that you're going through. How did it make you feel? So if you really sit down, close your eyes and start imagining your path, all the traumas you've been through, and really I say that traumas are, you can look at it in both ways. It can be a great catalyst for success, or it can be a great pain that you stay in there and bury yourself in so much emotions.
You have had the opportunity to interview great men on your podcast.
Yeah.
What would be what would be outstanding for you listening to their path, their stories of how they got to where they are at the moment? What is that one thing that you see flowing through all of their stories?
They've all internalized their trauma.
Okay.
That's why when I came close to Honorable Ken, I thought I was bold until I met the man.
Ooh.
He's bold. And when you hear him speak beyond the cameras, because I was at his apartment before the interview, and then we were having a chat, and then I could simply tell that this man has a lot to prove to himself.
Okay.
I've spent 10 hours with McDan.
Yeah.
And I saw the same thing. I spent time with a 31-year-old young guy, Ghanaian guy who is in the diaspora, who became a multi-millionaire at 27. Forget the cameras. We sat in the car, picked him up from his hotel, we were having a great conversation, and I saw the same thing. It's not what we see.
Okay.
And it's most of the time, it's not what we think it is. It's because these people have got something to prove to themselves. Right? And that's why they do it so well. I also think that a lot of the young people that I mentor, the people that watch me, their biggest problem is that they are not bold and confident enough. Becoming financially successful the non-conventional way is probably the hardest thing you would ever do. It's probably even easier to just take a job and work.
Yeah.
If you're trying to chart that path for yourself,
Yeah.
there's so much emotions you're going to go through, and there's so much challenges you're going to go through, that if you don't have the boldness, the confidence, and the resilience And ultimately, the obsession, you can't do it. And that's what these people have.
Does your geographical location play a role?
Great question.
Yeah.
Does it play a role?
Yeah.
I'm not a big believer of telling people not to travel abroad, people not to look for opportunities elsewhere, because my father did it for me, right?
Okay.
Would I have become financially successful today if I had not traveled abroad?
Yeah.
Amazing question to myself.
Right.
But the truth is, yes, because when I was in Ghana, I set up my first rap group. I put them together. There was always that aspect of me that wanted to bring people together and lead them and show people the way. Okay. Now, looking really deep down, does geographical location matter? Well, what if Ghana is the only thing you have?
Yes.
What if you can't travel abroad?
Yes.
Because there are no means to travel abroad. And that's what I want people to really think about. What if the only country that was ever created was Ghana and there's bushes around? You have to make it work.
And there's no other country for you to go for greener pastures.
Yes, because this is where the green
is.
Yeah. So yes, people should travel if it is job they are looking for and they can't find one here.
Okay.
But if it's entrepreneurship, my friend, I tell people, if you're in the US, you're in the UK, wherever you are, and even the people that say, I want to move back to Ghana, I tell them, look, are you coming to do business? Great. Do you have papers where you are? Fantastic. Well, why don't you start something where you are? Because that's what I did. 2014, I created my first company, Active Healthcare Limited. Today, it's been running for 10 years in the UK.
Oh.
Right? So I'm doing business here, but I'm doing business in the UK as well. So I'm really just telling people that what I'm trying to let people see is there are opportunities around you. And if you are business-minded, look for those opportunities and do it. But if you can't, find a job in Ghana. And for that reason, you think you need to travel, and just by all means travel.
In a situation or, in a space where a lot of us find ourselves that it looks like if you do not get the opportunity to travel, there's absolutely no way that you're going to do well here in Ghana, because it looks like the economy is not favoring a number of us here in Ghana.
Yeah.
How do you skew your mind? How do you convince, especially these young ones, who no matter what believe that there are greener pastures, it is only when you travel out of the country that you're going to do well?
Okay, great. Buying and selling.
Okay.
Buying and selling. And somebody will say, I don't have the money. Look, if you have 5 friends, you can raise 2,000 cedis. Today, a TV from China is about 400 cedis, plus shipment to Ghana, it's another 400 cedis, 800 cedis. You sell it on the market for 2,900 cedis. Just think about it. Just think about it, right? So you can raise that money with a few friends. You just made your money back. How long is it going to take from China to get to Ghana? Well, about 3 months. So you wait 3 months.
You wait 3 months.
3 months for it to arrive and sell it and just watch. But this is where the consistency, the motivation, the obsession comes in. Because when you do it once, you're probably going to chop the money. You're not going to.
Oh, yeah, of course.
There you go.
Yeah, because you have needs.
There you go. Yeah. So this is the problem. And this is why people can't move from zero to wherever they want to be. Because they don't understand that the old adage, little drops make a mighty ocean.
Make a mighty ocean.
That's what they're supposed to do, to take that one TV and then do the next 2. This time you can do 2. The next time you can do 3. You give yourself a year and you've just amassed 100,000 cedis that you never had.
I am blown away already.
Yeah. Rice. Let me tell you. Rice. And I was having a conversation with Aisha, one of my friends.
Yeah.
And we're talking about rice. And she goes, Derrick, do you know that there's so much rice in the north, somewhere in the mid somewhere, that it was even in the news recently, where they are crying for people to come and buy it.
Yeah.
But actually, watch this. You take 5 kg packages, just create your own packages. Where do I get the money from? Or ask your bloody friends. Just ask your friends for some money. Do some packages, 5 kg, 1 kg. Go to FDA, register it. It's about 400 cedis, 500 cedis to get registration for just the packages and the rice you want to do. Go to the place where they farm. Buy a big bag of the rice unmilled and take it to a mill. It's about 15 cedis to mill a whole bag or something.
Right.
And just pack it up. You just got yourself a business. The students will buy 1 kg. And Hayford, you can do this.
There we go. Oh my God, you're making it sound so simple, so easy. I don't know how you, as a young person watching us this morning, I don't know how you're feeling this morning right now. I really do not know, but, ooh.
Yeah, so, you know, look, when you have a dependent mindset, right, you can't see opportunities. A complaint mindset, you can't see opportunities. But when you keep thinking, well, how do I make more money?
Yeah.
Where are the opportunities?
Yes.
And you ask yourself this question every day, you will find the answers. But the reason, again, that people don't do it is because they've been programmed that just get a job.
Yes.
So, and I'm going to say this, and I'm sorry to my viewers and to all the listeners. A young man has a dream of becoming, let's say, you know, a pharmacist, because I'm a pharmacist. And then they didn't get the grades, right? Yeah. So they go to university to try to do pharmacy. And then the university tells them that, oh, we are full up, or we have biomedical science available, or we have sociology or philosophy available. And then the young man takes that course. They do that course, then come out of university, and they are looking for jobs.
No jobs available.
You'll watch this, because what the university has just done to you is they've just filled up their space. It's not for you.
Not for you at all.
Good. So they come out of university, and all of them are looking for jobs. Why? Because you have just gone to do something for the university, not for you.
And not for you.
No. This is what I did. When I was going to university, I didn't have the grades. I sat down with my father like this, Dad, you know, I have the opportunity to do either business or IT at university. Yeah? And this was the conversation we had. And then my father said, yeah, go and do one of them because you're good at one of them. Just business or IT, you can do it. But then I really went back, and then I came back to him and I said, Dad, you know what, there's no way I'm going to university to do business or ICT. I want to become a doctor, dentist, or something in the field. Because I had done the calculations and I had done the research, backtrack, that if I became a pharmacist, a doctor or a dentist, I'll get a job to do. I stayed back in college for one more year to better my grades to make it into pharmacy school. This is me today. It is better for you to stay at home and do your NOVDEC, whatever people do, I don't know what it is, to better your grades, to go and do a course you will get a guaranteed job, than to go and do any nonsense course the university will give you. Then you come and sit home for 5 years and you do first degree, second degree, third degree, absolute nonsense.
My question now at this point is how it was easy for you to believe or to go into you researching in a particular field that I believe that if I am to go this route, no matter what my father may say, my mother may say, no matter what society may say or society may expect from me, I have to go for this, no matter what. I am just thinking, because it's a huge problem in today's family, in today's modern family today. Like, a lot of young people have still not been able to identify who they truly want to be, or how they should truly, you know, go according to, okay, this is the path. That is the path that I have to go to. But, you know, we're going to continue the conversation, all right? And I just have to wrap it up right here on Prime Morning. My name is Asia Duakomia. Thank you so much to every single one of you who joined in the conversation. And make sure that you continue watching us right here on Joy Prime, because we have amazing shows for you. My guest has been the brain, the mastermind behind Konnected Minds podcast. And please make sure that you go on YouTube and watch him as well, Derrick Abaitey. Derrick, thank you so much for your time.